Hey everyone, welcome to Council Chat. I am Councilmember Brandon Johnson, and with me is Councilmember Bryan Frye.
Good to see you.
Always good to see you.
Good to be here.
I know we normally talk about it at the end, but I know you're excited about Wagon Masters this weekend.
Yep, chili cook-off is tomorrow, Saturday, September 30th. It's going to be hot, and it's going to be busy. We're expecting 65 to 70 teams, so it should be a hot time in downtown.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it, big time.
Hopefully by the time we get done with Council Chat, you'll have some chili for us both. Well, next week's council meeting will start off, as usual, with our board of bids, and then we'll be talking about a change order for the Northwest Water Facility project. With that project, a project like this of that size, that change order is partially due to lead and copper rule revisions and a 64-inch pipeline to be converted from raw water to finished water.
You know, when you got a project this size, it's $500 million. There's going to be some change orders.
Yep.
We've had one, and that was on the bathroom design at the administration building,
Yep.
where we added a family bathroom. But these are, like you said, there's some things that we didn't anticipate, some changes that the EPA requiring us to do that at the time we started this project, we didn't think was going to happen.
Yep.
The nice thing is staff built in an allowance for these change orders, and it's well below what we've got budgeted. We're about a year out from finished completion, a little more.
Yeah.
And so to have this few change orders at this stage is pretty amazing.
Yep.
The team has done an incredible job anticipating the needs, and we're well below what we thought it was going to be. So, and it's not going to affect rates for users at all.
Yep.
So it's nice to see that it's coming together the way we anticipated.
Yep, I think that's a credit to our team and the partners for everything. And you've been out there a couple times. I haven't toured it yet, but it's coming along really well.
It's funny because I drive by it every single day, and it's great to see it come out of the ground. Some of the public art has started on it. The base for one of the sculptures has been put in, and I've seen some of the advanced design completion of it, and it's really looking cool. And we saw the one on the benches a couple weeks ago. And I think the public's really going to be impressed at when the entire facility is finished, what a jewel it's going to be. And it's going to be for next several generations, contribute to our success. So staying out west, we've got another project, and this is public art design for Proct Wetlands. Proct Wetlands Park is at 29th and Mays Road. It's a wetlands that has, we're building it in phases, and this is phase 3 that will extend the boardwalk around into the wetlands further, but there's some additional art elements to that as part of the elevated boardwalk, and then a wildlife blind so that you can observe the animals just like you would if you're what used to be there. There used to be some blinds because it was a hunting ground, but now it's not. Now it's just for cameras and for eyeballs. But this allows you to get really immersive into the park, a lot closer to nature, and because you're behind this blind, the animals can't see you, and so that they're more comfortable to get closer. And I've been out there and seen everything from pelicans to pheasant, herons, egrets, all kinds of ducks, all kinds of geese, coyote, some beavers. I mean, it's incredible. So adding to this project, continuing this next phase, it just increases the activity out there. So
So if folks hadn't been there, they need to get out there and check it out and get some
reviews. Especially right now. It's beautiful with the changing of the season. Yeah.
Yep. We'll bring in discussion back downtown, the downtown hydration stations and restrooms. Restrooms will be provided at A. Price Woodard Jr. Memorial Park and Napsker Park. The hydration station will be installed at Napsker Park and at Old Town Square. 2 additional hydration stations will be installed in downtown Wichita at locations yet to be determined. A revised bonding resolution has been included to provide an alternate funding source for the A. Price Woodard Park restroom, and park and recreation items for 2023 irrigation systems and 2024 athletic field renovation have been identified as projects where funding can be reallocated. And all of that came from the discussion we had the first time, because the initial funding source was the fund that came from the sale of that land for the Hyatt. And that was supposed to be dedicated solely to beautification and improvements in the park that weren't restrooms.
Right, absolutely. And again, I think The controversy that we had during the council meeting was the maintenance. Are we going to be able to take care of it at a schedule that keeps it clean for the users? And then also the funding,
Yep.
right? And making sure that those proceeds from that enhances A. Price Woodard Park, because it is a unique park. It's named after our first black mayor. And then there's the whole issue of what are we doing with that park? And are we going to spend this money and then in 2 years we pull it out because we've got a bigger design?
Yeah.
I'm glad that staff was able to find some money that didn't put anything else at risk or delay a project. These 2 funding sources for irrigation and athletic field, those can wait. There's nothing critical right there, so that's good. And again, let's get it going. And again, I'm for public bathrooms, absolutely, and in our parks. But I was concerned about the cost and where we were funding it from, and making sure that we can keep ahead of it from a maintenance standpoint.
Yeah, and definitely keep an eye on those because
Yeah.
we have had issues in the past. So I think we are making progress toward those.
Yep. And then another item that is some not controversy but discussion. The fire department has brought forth this idea of emergency medical officers to help respond to medical calls. It's a plan that it was a pilot, and it did add new staff, but there's some concern from the fire union that those employees need to be in the pension plan. And so our staff, command staff, is meeting with the local union to figure out what are these basic principles of the plan. Can it be done? So we asked for that to happen. They've met. They're not ready. And we'd set a deadline for Tuesday. They're going to need more time.
Yep.
And so we're just going to ask for a deferral so that staff and the union continue to meet and discuss and figure out a way that works for everyone.
Yep. And it makes sense to take their time on that so that we get it right and
Right.
don't have too many hurdles up front.
Right. Well, it's an important pilot. I think it can really help with the amount of medical calls that our fire department is responding. That puts a lot of wear and tear on the personnel, the equipment, the roads. And so I think this plan is good, but we need to make sure that it fits within the whole department.
Yep.
Right. So you mentioned chili cook-off.
Yep.
This is the time of year where there's a lot of stuff going on. You got anything else going on right now, event-wise or
Chili
project?
cook-off is probably the biggest deal. The next weekend we'll have our District 1 breakfast. But this weekend we've got that. There's an event over at the center, which is at 11th in Minneapolis. They're doing just a family-friendly event. We'll probably all be out, we being folks in District 1, talking about also next weekend's meeting about the contamination site, the 29th and Grove site. So we'll be out knocking doors, talking to people. We'll be at this event telling people about that meeting as well. But that's really this weekend, closing out the month. I think there's one neighborhood cleanup we might go check out.
Yeah, I've got a couple of neighborhood cleanups happening in my district. Now, we do quarterly breakfast. We don't do the monthly like you do. Do you have your guest for your next meeting?
Yep, our next meeting will have Wichita Transit talking
cool.
about the upcoming survey
Good.
and what we're going to do to improve services and start getting input.
We're going to have our next breakfast in December, and we're going to have it at the new administration building at the water treatment facility.
Oh, that means I need
And
to come out there.
our guest will be my replacement on the council. Whoever wins in November, that's who we're going to have as our December guest. So
Awesome.
the public can meet them and start getting used to a different face representing District 5.
Oh,
So,
that'll be good.
all right, so this is the point where we get to our surprise question. And I'm kind of worried after the last surprise question, which still I don't understand. I know staff told me it was a TikTok trend. I still don't get it. So I'm kind of worried about this one. Oh, no.
Oh, what kind of question is that?
That is so not fair. How about Taylor Swift? Can we one has to go. I'd say Taylor. Oh, man.
Well, let's see. Kelsey can go for the ball when Mahomes throws it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Do we have a timeline? Because I'd say 10 years from now, yeah, Travis can go.
Right now.
Final answer.
Right now. Drew has
Travis
to
goes
go.
for the ball when Mahomes throws it.
Okay, well, as someone who's been a Chief fan his entire life and used to have the best tight end in NFL with Tony Gonzalez,
Yes.
and losing him was painful. Patrick Mahomes he's a game changer.
Yeah.
He is the best quarterback. I know Tom Brady has all the rings, but this team changed completely when Patrick Mahomes joined it.
Well, Mahomes has two. He'll catch up.
Yeah.
The way he played through the Super Bowl with his ankle,
Yeah.
That says a lot.
Yeah, gosh, I hate this question. Oh my gosh. So I'd have to say Kelsey. I got to keep Mahomes.
Yeah. As a former quarterback, I got to keep Mahomes.
Same. Yep. Oh my gosh. That's an unfair question. Very unfair.
Don't tell them we said that.
Okay. Yes, please. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Be sure to subscribe and follow on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you at the Chili Cook-Off.